How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, Starbucks must think the royal family have a very short memory. Well, I'm just letting America know, or let alone the world know, that in the royal family, our memory is not short. We have not lost sight of the atrocious things that y'all continue to do to the royal family. Oh, I'm about to go deep, my royal family. Yeah, have your shit on deck. Now, before I get deeper into it, y'all can take all the videos down that True Royal do on the True Royal family or True Royal, because I'm putting that heat on your ass. So covering up and all that because you feel some kind of way because I'm touching that sweet spot. This what generates me when you do what you do to me. Because trust and believe I'm doing something to you. Oh, yeah. Because what I'm doing to you is juicy. I know people wondering, what's going on, True Royal? Right now, True Royal can't say anything. But don't ever think, me individually, that I'm just sitting here being abused. And I ain't talking shit. And I can talk shit, but I ain't talking shit. I'm talking truth. We'll come back to that in a different space and time. All right? The very ones that partake in doing what you do to this channel. You can't handle this. No, you can't. Now, I may joke around, hee and ha, but I'm dead ass serious. I ain't lost sight amongst the laughing. See, laughter heals. So, just a short snippet ago, Starbucks revealed their true nature. But then when it started affecting your bottom line, and I was saying this long ago, my royal family, long ago, way before coronavirus and people out there protesting, that a lot of these things that these people do ain't nothing mere than a business decision. But what pisses me off is you make a gesture like you so fucking care. I respect when you stay true to your demonic nature. I can respect that. Yeah, I can respect that. I'm like, okay, we clear about your intentions. And I'm going to be very clear about my intentions too. All right? So y'all going to get this royal ass kicking. Because, I have to do what I have to do. So let's get into this first video, my royal family.
Julia LaRoche, let me bring you into the stream here. Let's talk about what Starbucks is doing and a reversal of company policy that will allow staff to support Black Lives Matter.
That's right, Adam. Starbucks announcing today in a letter to its U.S. Partners, who are their employees, that you can now wear your own Black Lives Matter pins and t-shirts. Now, this comes amid some backlash that we saw earlier this week, going back to a BuzzFeed News article where partners internally had asked their store managers, look, can we support the movement? Can we wear pins? Can we wear t-shirts? And Starbucks came out in a weekly bulletin update and pointed to the dress code and said, like, it's actually against the dress code. Usually for pins, they have to be company issued, or the t-shirts have to be company issued. issued, and the dress code essentially says that the pins or buttons cannot advocate for a political, religious, or personal issue. Now, some Starbucks employees in the BuzzFeed article took issue because they said, look, some folks get to wear LGBTQ pins that are actually issued by Starbucks. And I have to give some clarification here. It's not an outright ban against it, and it goes back to more of a technicality in the policy. And Starbucks has these internal partner groups. They're these diverse groups, and what happens is they will get together and come up with a t-shirt or a pin. So last year, the Pride Alliance, which is their LGBTQ diverse network, they came up with a t-shirt in commemoration of the Stonewall riots. So they sent out this t-shirt to everyone, and their Black Partner Network had already been in the works of doing their own t-shirt, their own Black Lives Matter t-shirt. Yahoo Finance first reported that. Within this memo, they did come out with that design, revealing the design, supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. Let me just read you a bit from the executives here. They said, until these t-shirts arrive, we've heard that you want to show your support and just be you. Wear your BLM pin or t-shirt. We are so proud of your passionate support for our common humanity. We trust that you will do what's right while never forgetting Starbucks is a welcoming third place where all are treated with dignity and respect. So it's definitely a big move from Starbucks in the wake of what we've seen, probably both internally with the company and then externally from what you've seen on social media.
Julia, Dan here. So you report today that in the meantime, while the Starbucks BLM shirts are arriving, they'll let employees wear their own shirts. And I'm just curious because I'm sure that there will be people out there who ask this, and there's always the risk when it's Starbucks and it's social issues. Does this open the door for all employees to wear any shirts they want that I guess in the past violated the policy? Because you wonder if they can now wear a BLM t-shirt to work, could an employee now wear a Trump 2020 shirt? That's the risk. You wonder if Starbucks is now opening the door in peeling back its policy.
I don't think so, Dan. I feel like if you look at Starbucks, the culture of the company has always been to be incredibly inclusive, and they've been at the forefront of a lot of conversations. They were early on a lot of these things, and yeah, they have been met with criticism in the past, but I mean, maybe that's something to watch, but I would doubt it. I think, like, basically, if you look at the t-shirt they've designed, and this isn't just, oh, the sudden we're going to come out with a t-shirt. They've been working on this for several days, so I've heard, and that they were supposed to reveal the design by Monday, but obviously they came out with it today. It's not just a moment, it's a movement. So I would be pretty surprised if someone really took issue with it and showed up to work with a Trump 2020 shirt. So I don't know, maybe something we'll watch, but I also feel like company cultures are just changing a lot, and maybe the dress code does need a bit of an update to allow for something like this that is that important, where you're seeing that many companies come out in support of the movement.
All right. Bullshit. Straight ass bullshit. We have not forgot at all Starbucks. We ain't forgot a motherfucking thing. Now, you may be able to pull the wool over some folks' eyes. At this space and time, they gonna do whatever, all the way to whoredom, to get the royal family back up in these businesses. To, they're really depending on us and others, but mainly us, to stimulate the economy. And in order for these racist to the core ass businesses to put money back into their businesses, knowing their core, again, Starbucks, we have not forgot at all. Now you think, you're trying to now overnight look like you're so inclusive. Our Father, if we, my royal family, because we are human and we are affected, make sure that he have our back He makes sure that he have our back, because we stumble and fall along the way within this system. So some may have forgot, but our forefather truly haven't. So let's get into this next video with all that cutesy talk. Starbucks is closing up to 400 stores and expanding takeout options. They are in survival mode. So first, when they react to their true nature, they don't want to have all that Black Lives Matter, black anything. And then somebody said, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. We are in a different climate. We are in a different space. And we are in a different time. Appease them motherfuckers. Just get them motherfucking coins. That's what they really saying, my royal family. Now, when you see a number like this, and isn't it ironic? We did our 400 years. We are watching. Ooh, and it's so sweet, my royal family. The enemy become the tail.
We talked at the beginning, you were on the podcast at the beginning of this 3 months ago or so, and you had just laid off 2,000 of your employees, which is just unimaginable. This weekend, you started a little bit of business. What can you share?
Well, we dipped our toe in the water, and Poppy, this is really about regaining confidence and morale of our team and of our guests. So we're still not able to welcome people into our restaurants, but our very, very first foray into curbside pickup was this weekend with Daily Provisions, and we did breakfast service for 3 days with breakfast sandwiches and crullers and coffee. It's a tiny menu, but boy, the folks came out, and it felt good for our staff to be back.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure just for morale, too. Look, you said something that certainly struck my attention and got a lot of people, their ears to perk up when you said just a week or two ago that full-service restaurants probably will not be open, in your words, for a very long time, probably not until there's a vaccine. Is that what we're looking at? You're not going to open any of your 19 restaurants until there's a vaccine for people to sit down?
Well, first of all, let's just understand that I'm looking at life through the glasses of New York City, which has unfortunately been the coronavirus capital of the country. And I think you're going to see things happen way, way before there's a vaccine in other parts of the country. And in fact, you already are. I saw some scenes from Galatoire's in New Orleans, which kind of made me long for going back there. But I think that when I talked about the vaccine, I didn't mean that we would wait until there was a vaccine to open. I think it's going to take a number of things for consumers to regain their confidence to go into restaurants. And I think it may be some type of treatment. It may be a vaccine. It may be testing of your entire staff. It may be some type of health pass where you know that everybody else who's dining there has gone through the same scrutiny you've gone through. It's going to take confidence. And once we have that demand, and once we know it's safe, we will open our doors.
Danny, of the between 11 and 15 million people, depending on how you count it, that rely on the restaurant sector and hospitality for work, 8 million are unemployed. And you've talked about a future of restaurants where, say, every other table is gone. I mean, you're already working on such thin margins, even in fine dining. I wonder if you think all those jobs will ever come back.
I think they ultimately will come back. If you just study what happened after the Spanish flu, when we knew a whole lot less than we know now, I know they will come back, but I do think it's going to be a bit of a tough road. This is not going to be an immediate light switch where all of a sudden everybody feels safe coming back to dine. And restaurants are going to have to gradually up their staff levels in accordance to how many people are dining there.
Yeah. You, obviously, Shake Shack made a lot of headlines. We had the CEO, Randy Garutti, on about a month ago when you guys gave back the PPP loan money, the $10 million you'd taken, because a bunch of folks didn't get it. Small businesses didn't get it in the first tranche, and you guys did, and you guys had a balance sheet where you didn't end up needing it. You gave it back. Put all of that aside where we are a month later. The CEO of Best Western Hotels told me essentially on this show, PPP doesn't work for hotels because you can't bring people back to work. Does the PPP program, Danny, really even work for restaurants when almost all yours are closed, so you can't even bring people back?
Not yet, it doesn't. And we're really, really hoping that policymakers have gotten the message that this is actually something that'll backfire on the hospitality industry unless they extend the forgivable date to at least 24 weeks and not 8 weeks. In order to have those loans be forgiven, you have to have hired back 3/4 of your staff by June. That just won't happen.
Yeah, it won't. Finally, you have also been named the co-chair of the Coalition for New York City Hospitality, Tourism, and Recovery. What does that mean in terms of your outlook for New York City, right? I mean, so many things. Restaurants closed, Broadway closed, museums closed, you name it. What is New York City facing, do you think, Danny, in terms of a comeback?
Well, it's going to be a tough road ahead, and I think that a lot of the people who are on that committee are the same people, and I was on it right after 9/11, and we realized that New York City depends upon gathering people for cultural activities, museums, Broadway, restaurants, sites, and unless we can all align and come back and bring New Yorkers back even first before tourists, it's going to be a long road ahead. So it's an understanding that we've got to work together and that this matters a lot. It's a lot of jobs, and it's the vitality of our country.
So let me shut this down.
The coronavirus recession is official. The National Bureau of Economic...
So, the hospitality industry is not a necessity. And the overall hospitality industry has not fully respected the royal family. And our father placed in coronavirus to make you deal with reality. So essentially, my royal family, America is becoming, we may not see it right away, a ghost town. Because this is not a necessity. And that's what makes it so sweet. So all your reactionary things that you doing is nothing mere than taking a knee. Oh yeah, I'm on fire. I'm spitting fire to your ass. And you think with your sleight of hands and your near gestures, we don't see the knife caving deeper within. Because what they don't like, my royal family, having to submit to Yah's chosen ones. I and many been saying that this day was coming. This day is here, and it will not leave. Because essentially with the enemy and the enemy's supporters, because those supporters benefit, them gatekeepers benefit off of white supremacy. And it doesn't matter the political affiliation that they want to uphold white supremacy because it benefited them. Now you have to stare reality head on. You have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. The very things that you've been projecting on me, the very things that you've been projecting on the royal family. And on and on and on and on. See, they want this to go into abyss. But see, you see where the divine hand plays a deeper part, because the divine hand know that the enemy worship coins. So they gonna be lock in step when it comes to them coins. But what's in your heart, what is real, we have not forgot at all. At all. So you can have your little cutesy talks and all of that, but your ass is dealing with reality as true royals speak. Oh yeah. And it's juicy. It's real juicy to watch you submit. Submit. Because I'm telling you something I know. Ain't it beautiful, my royal family? To watch them submit. But it's all a game and charades. That's why her father gonna continue to wail down on your ass. See, when you are in this walk, you gotta be in this walk fully. You can't straddle the fence. And it's a painful thing when you fully in it. But the rewards are so much greater at the end. But the end is truly our beginning. So now, my royal family, the very things again, that very video that they took down, I'm going to say what I said again. We seeing the men out there overall screaming and hollering in the streets of America because they're like, we can't abuse you no more. Because they abuse us more than just, mentally and physically and economically. They find ways. That when all else fail, he gonna put his woman out there to appeal along with her beast babies in the streets of America. But what she is going to really get in the streets of America, she gonna howl just like the black woman howls in America when one of her royal babies is taken down so coldly and so boldly. You will feel this. Oh yeah. And then you want us to take it off. Right now on YouTube, on Yahoo News, Lisa was telling me about this, and it didn't surprise me at all. Literally random people, random white people are handing money directly to us. I said that was going to happen. I had the vision that was going to happen. That literally some strange white person will just come up to you and start taking off their riches and jewels and just throwing them in your hand because they want them curses off of their ass. You're going there. You're going there. You took it there. You had a window of opportunity to just be fair and balanced and objective, but it ain't in you. It ain't in you at all. And you can't run away from judgment like KD keep repeatedly saying. We can't pray with you. We can't live with you. We can't have no sex with you. We can't eat with you. We can't do absolutely nothing with you but stay separated. And we got some hard-headed black folks out here. So what our father put in place, Corona. And it'll be many other things to come. They trying to figure out, how can I overcome Corona? Corona don't give a damn about nothing and nobody. You better respect it, because these waves, it'll be waves throughout the United States where they will fully submit all the way. It's like, I give. I have exhausted thyself. And that's what has happened to the royal family. We have exhausted ourselves, and our father hear his babies. We bone weary. Bone weary. I have read stuff where even our own rather deal with the wrath than deal with the enemy. And the wrath ain't nothing nice. It's going to be a god-awful sight. That speaks volumes about what type of so-called people they continue to be. How much more of this ass kicking do you want to take from True Royal? Because I know the enemy is listening to me. I got that kind of power over your ass that you worried about everything that's coming out my mouth because you know that this shit is happening as I speak. Real ass time. Do you want more of this? Because I can spit these flames day in and day out and in my motherfucking sleep. Because I get up bone weary. I got to worry about my husband and I got to worry about my sons. But you didn't factor in the queens. You look at us as a soft target. So we know about you in this war. Thank you, Esau, for showing your pure ass. So my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love and I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.